Welcome back for another episode of The Real Cinema Show. My name is Rob,
I'm Devin.
and on the show we talk about, you guessed it, movies. Movies we are going to see, movies we've seen, maybe some movie trailers, anything movies.
Yes.
Right? So with that down, we're going to jump right into it. Devin, weekend recap. What did we see this weekend?
So the big one of this weekend is obviously Paramount's sequel to Smile, Smile 2, coming out 2 years later after the first one. Mm-hmm. Off the big success of the first one, which originally was supposed to be just a streaming movie, but now it's getting a full theatrical run. Same kind of marketing where they had creepy smiling people at big sporting events, making a name for themselves. I love the marketing. I thought it was great how they're doing it again.
Yeah, I saw that. I think it was like in Times Square or something. Like in the windows of the buildings, people are just smiling down at people, like on the pedestrians on the sidewalk. I thought that was pretty cool.
They were doing it again at the baseball games as well for the MLB playoffs. Okay. Millions of people watching it. It was funny because they had two people this time behind home plate.
Yeah.
And there was a foul ball. And then one of them started look up and then panicked and broke character.
Oh my god!
Because the other person kept character the whole time, but it was kind of funny seeing them. So it was love the marketing. Love this one too. Great scares in this movie. 2 jump scares that really got me good in this one, I would say. Yeah. I love the directing more and more now with the action movies where it kind of it feels like the camera just picks up the camera and just falls in action sequence. I don't know what you'd call that, like just a one-shot take where it's just...
Yeah.
Where it's just a one-shot take falling. I felt there was many great moments with that. There was fantastic opening sequence too.
Yeah, this opening sequence, I think, it stands out for sure.
Yes.
And I remember halfway through the opening sequence, I'm like, wait a second. They haven't cut yet. It's been minutes and they haven't cut yet. And, that just goes to show the confidence of Parker Finn, who directed this film and directed the first one as well. Mm-hmm. Did you know Smile was originally a short film?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, so we made it a short film.
Oh, okay.
Got funding to do a feature film.
Yeah.
And then obviously that movie, I don't know what the numbers are, but that movie made a boatload of money.
Okay.
And that's why this one has a bigger budget and probably a bigger marketing campaign.
Are you talking about the budget of the box office of the first one?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know it ended with $217 million, the first one. That's how much it made. Yeah.
Okay. And I'm assuming they probably made it for like $10 million something.
I don't know the budget of the first one, unfortunately.
But what was I going? There was a point to that.
It started as a short film. And
So it's cool to see that, from a short film you can go to directing a movie at this scale.
Yeah.
With that original concept. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah, this one had... You also couldn't... I feel like... I forget the first one, but you're questioning reality, whoever the victim of the... What, deity or whatever you would call this is?
Yeah, whatever the entity is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, you having questioned reality, it's possessing you, it's making you do things you would never normally do.
Yeah.
It's just intense, frightening, I feel like.
Yeah, and I feel like they not upped it, but they did a couple things that were refreshing. They did something that's a little different than the first one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it felt like this exploration of this creature. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought the first one... this one. One thing I liked about it from the trailers is the victim was a pop star.
Yeah.
And then in the first one, it was kind of a nobody in the sense that it was no one famous. And I talked
someone
about
that worked at
and I think she's at a hospital or something maybe. In this one, it's a pop star, and I talked about before that when it's someone now famous who has a bunch of spotlight on them, especially how they explore the character in this one.
Yeah.
How much added pressure that is if why is this person going crazy now on social media and everything like that?
Yeah.
Doing a world tour, all that.
Yeah, the drama with that worked really well, I thought. This is much better than the first one.
Yeah.
I thought 10 times better than the first one. And I loved the first one. Mm-hmm. The second one, this was one of my most anticipated movies of the year.
Yeah.
And it kind of blew my expectations.
Oh, okay.
So what were we going to say?
I thought it just had a great dynamic of just that added, like I said before, I've said it now too many times, just she's got extra attention on her.
Yeah.
She's famous. And then she's freaking out going, what's happening? Am I losing my sanity? The trailers did a great job. Just some really good jump scares throughout the movie where you're and I feel like in horror, you're always trying to anticipate when it's going to happen and where. Yeah. And you can see it coming. and even though you know it's happening, then it still gets you like out of nowhere a few times in this movie.
Yeah, there are situations where it was building to something, and then they delivered that
Yeah.
jump scare, and it just catches you off guard, even though it was building to something, like you just said.
Like,
And yeah, so I said in my out of the theater reaction, there was a scare in the film that almost made me just jump completely out of my seat.
mm-hmm.
Like, and it sounds ridiculous, but no, I kicked. Like I jumped. Like,
Yeah.
And I think the jump scares were more effective in this one by far than the first one.
I completely agree. This one also kind of it followed one thing it did similar to the first one. They both had kind of a, without saying too much, a similar ending where they leave it open for a lot more to happen in a future one possibly.
Yeah.
Leave it wide open.
Yeah.
Especially with how they did in this one without saying too much. I don't know how to.
Yeah. Well, this movie made me question, okay, is there going to be a number 3 though? Because if there is,
Where do they go? Or
well, not
well, you know where they go, I guess.
yeah,
To an
to
extent.
completely total chaos.
Mm-hmm. Because
Which I don't know how good of a movie that would end up being.
it'd be a tough juggling trick or job.
Yeah.
Because I think Parker Finn or someone with Smile talked about the possibility of more sequels or spin-offs in this franchise.
Yeah. Maybe a spin-off, but I feel like, you know what? You did one and then you did two to perfection. I thought this movie was directed to perfection, but I'll get into that in a second. You did two great.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. But we don't need any more.
I understand that, but
don't just water down the number 3. Don't water down the franchise.
You just gotta take your time to find the right story, because I feel like there's definitely a lot more to do, and the fact that he cranked out 2 so quickly, I think there's definitely room to do more when done right. Take your time, develop a proper story and a proper script.
Yeah. Well, I mean, eventually, you could figure it out, but it's just, for me, it's hard to believe or hard to conceive how are they going to make this third one anything good?
It's true.
Given what they've done,
what they've led themselves to now.
Yeah, because they've led themselves, I think, into a big corner, but it worked for the ending of this movie.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
I don't know if it works for a third.
Yeah.
But that aside, I do want to say Naomi Scott kills it.
Yeah, she gives a great performance, I thought.
Yeah, she kills it. One of the best performances, I think, of the year.
Wow, okay.
Yeah. And the direction of this movie is... I just... While watching it, I just got so jealous because I'm like, he's doing everything perfect. Like, the choreography of the movie.
Yeah.
I get really nerdy about this type of stuff, but the blocking of the movie...
The blocking? What do you mean?
Yeah, like 2 characters in a shot.
Oh,
like,
okay.
What are these actors doing within the frame?
Got you.
And I thought that was great. There was a scene where she's on the floor and she has to back up, stand up onto the wall, and then puke. And I'm like,
yeah,
like just like little things like that were great. And
just how they were following her around at times.
Yeah, and I think that I feel like I don't know. It's this Smile 2, although it is for a general type audience, like it's not an obscure idea like Longlegs.
Yeah.
Right? It's more for the general audience. They go and they get scared.
Yeah.
But it's not that conveyor belt type horror movie. Like they're actually doing it good.
There's good, like, I guess, depth to it at times.
Well, depth, but they're making great artistic choices.
Yeah.
Like the camera work is great. The acting is great. The story is great. I'm a fan of this movie. So, and I can go on all day about this film. Devin, anything you want to add before you give your rating?
Quickly, just I guess more on the box office. First one opened to 22 million domestically.
Open to 22 million?
Yes.
Okay.
If I could ever say that. This one opened at 23 million domestically, so pretty similar. Wow. This one, 46 million worldwide opening weekend, compared to the first one being 37.
Wow.
So another hit for Paramount on a low-budget movie.
Nice.
Definitely already going to make its money back and more. So there's always a possibility for more, I would say, with this now.
Devin, 1 out of 10. What do you give it?
I'd give it... You liked it a lot more than me, but I still thought it was a good movie. 8.3 out of 10 for me.
Nice.
9 plus.
I think this movie, you know what, I'm gonna give it a 10.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And a 10 doesn't mean like, oh, it's perfection, Christopher Nolan, you know, but it's for what this is and
Yeah.
what they did. There isn't a single thing that I would change.
Okay.
They did everything. They did everything to perfection.
Nice.
So I give it a 10.
I feel like when we do these ratings too, it's like if you take our rating from this movie and compare it to another, it's not like we're saying
It's
this movie's better than that movie, or it's just
Yeah, this is The Godfather Part 2. It's a 10.
or
No,
this
I'm not
movie.
saying
We're
that.
just rating each movie on its own basis, not saying oh
Exactly.
we rated this. This is now better than Blink Twice if we give it a better rating. That all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Great. So we also saw another movie,
Yes.
but we didn't go to the theater to see this one, Devin.
No. This was.
Where did we go?
This was fake cinema.
Fake cinema. It's not real cinema. It's fake cinema.
Yes.
Which is Netflix,
Netflix cinema.
in our homes, which is Woman of the Hour, starring Anna Kendrick,
Yes.
and Daniel. I want to bring up him, Daniel Zavato.
Yes.
And directed by Anna Kendrick.
Yes.
What did you think of Woman of the Hour?
I thought this was a solid movie. It didn't blow me away. I thought it had good suspense at times. I liked her directing at times with that dinner scene and how that played out afterwards, and that you saw a bit in the trailers.
Yeah.
I thought you did a good job of showing just how much of a manipulative this guy was, if I could say that word, manipulative. The way he would switch, it kind of reminded me of James McAvoy in Speak No Evil.
Yeah.
How he'd flip a switch and then all of a sudden the danger's on now with this guy.
Yeah.
A predator, a terrible monster, menace. It's right to the point too, with a short runtime of like I think an hour and a half. So solid for what it is, I think.
Yeah. It didn't blow me away.
Yeah.
But there were some scenes in it where I'm like, oh, this is working really well. The scene that plays in the trailer.
Yeah.
In the restaurant and
Yes.
then in the parking lot
Mm-hmm.
worked beautifully. I thought that was really great suspense.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for Anna Kendrick's first time behind the camera, great job.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think solid, like I said, but nothing like overly special. Just quick, right to the point with this movie. I felt like
yeah. What is your rating for this Woman of the Hour?
it did its job effectively enough. I would say 8 out of 10. Maybe that. I don't know if that's a little too generous, but I think she did her job good as directing and acting.
Yeah,
I think it worked out well, conveying just how much of a monster he was too, when it shows you the facts afterwards of how sick this guy was.
Yeah, and the actor that plays him, Daniel Zavato.
Yeah.
I've liked this guy since It Follows.
Oh, okay.
He always plays like the douchebaggy type of character, but he's a good actor. He was in The Pope's Exorcist,
Oh, yeah.
and he had a fun role with that. He was
Okay.
kind of like this comedic priest type
Okay.
character. But yeah, he was great. Anna Kendrick was great. I'm gonna give this movie a 7.
Yeah,
7 out
that's
of 10.
fair.
Great. So that wraps up our weekend recap. And then we are going to now go into trailers of the week. Devin, we go on a see it or pass basis.
Yes.
Ash, a sci-fi horror film starring Aaron Paul and, I'm going to probably say this wrong, Isa
That's what I was thinking. Isaac Gonzalez.
directed by Flying Lotus. That's the guy's name. I don't know.
Flying Lotus?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
directed by Flying Lotus. It releases sometime in 2025. Devin, what do you think of Flying Lotus's new film, the trailer for Ash?
You actually surprised me with one thing. This is horror as well? I didn't...
Yeah, it's a sci-fi horror.
Oh, okay. I wrote sci-fi thriller, but okay.
Maybe it's a thriller. I don't know.
Who knows? It had good visuals. I like the color and look stylistically in this film. Mm-hmm. For a sci-fi movie, I feel like I don't see this kind of color and look as often. It's normally like a dark or bleak for sci-fi.
Yeah.
But it's nothing too special. It was kind of like there's a story of maybe betrayal, or they got ambushed by aliens in the past. Mm-hmm. Not enough for me to be interested off this trailer. I'd probably pass as of now off this trailer.
Yeah, it kind of seemed to me like it's style over substance.
Yeah.
They show you really cool visuals and, wow, look what we're doing.
Yeah.
But they're not doing really anything.
A teaser that's not... yeah. A teaser that, like, obviously it's not supposed to show much, but, like, didn't even give me anything to be worthwhile about besides the visuals.
Yeah, there was a cool shot towards the end of the trailer that I was like, ooh, what's in the sky? But other than that,
I think they showed one shot of an alien in this movie. and that was it.
I don't even remember that.
That's how.
And I saw the trailer today.
That's how quick the shot was, I guess.
Yep. So I'm gonna pass.
Yeah.
You're gonna pass?
Yes.
Okay. Our next trailer, we have Wolfman, a horror thriller drama distributed by Blumhouse, directed by Lee Winnell, starring Christopher Abbott and Julia Garner, releasing January 17th, 2025. Wolfman, what did you think of the trailer?
So first, I want to quickly mention Lee Winnell, the director you said.
Yep.
He directed The Invisible Man. I loved that movie.
Loved Invisible Man.
That was a great movie.
I think we brought this up on a few episodes ago, but
Yeah.
did you ever see Upgrade?
No, I did not.
It's another great film.
Okay.
It's a sci-fi horror.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if you said this part already, but it's starring Julia Garner, who's great. Loved her in Ozark, and she's a phenomenal actress in general, really.
Yeah.
Loved this trailer. I thought it was a good trailer. I thought also surprised me at the end where it said this movie's going to get played in IMAX theaters too. So that threw me for a shock a bit. This looks like it's going to be a survival movie with Julia Garner's character and her daughter fighting against her husband as he's transforming.
Yeah.
I'm interested. I'm going to see it when it comes out.
I feel the same way that I feel about the poster for the movie.
No?
It's just they already have my ticket.
Yeah.
I'm seeing this either way.
Oh, okay.
I love werewolves and I love Lee Winnell,
Yeah.
right? But the trailer didn't really do it for me.
Oh, okay.
It's not making me more excited. It's just I'm sure that, Lee Winnell has nothing to do with the marketing.
Yeah.
Studios hire a marketing team to edit a trailer.
Yes.
So that's all I'm taking it as. Like,
Just not an interesting...
I trust Lee Winnell. I don't really mind the trailer. It was okay.
Maybe they're holding back right now with how this movie plays out.
Maybe. Yeah. But I'm seeing the movie, but I'm passing the trailer.
Gotcha. Okay.
What about you?
I'm seeing the movie. I thought the trailer was good enough for what it was, and then the IMAX part kind of got me excited a bit for this movie.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, really?
Definitely
This is
seeing
IMAX?
IMAX for sure.
Okay. Yeah, definitely seen this movie on January 17th.
Yep. We also have The Legend of Ochi, an adventure fantasy releasing February 28th, directed by Isaiah Saxton, who is primarily a music video director.
Oh, okay.
That's probably why some of the visuals look the way they do. Devin, are you going to see The Legend of Ochi, or are you going to pass on Ochi?
Off this trailer, I'm not really interested. It's A24 produced, so obviously big hit or miss potential with this. Willem Dafoe's in it, which I guess he's in a movie every 2 months or every month at this point.
He has to be.
Every movie he's in Nosferatu,
and he's great in every movie.
Yes,
he delivers every time.
Yeah, he puts on a great performance every movie. He's in Nosferatu, which is coming out December.
Yep.
He's in at least 2 movies this year, I'm pretty sure. Kinds of Kindness and something else, I'm almost positive.
Yeah.
But this movie's not interested. It looks like a fun little adventure movie, but I have no interest based off what's happening. Like, it looks great, but not for me with this movie.
It gives off like an E.T. vibe, of a young person discovering a vulnerable creature and tries to help it become free or go home, that sort of thing.
I saw those comparisons, yeah.
And so I'm a sucker for those types of movies. The little monster creature, Ochi, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Super cute.
Oh, okay.
Kind of looks like a little gremlin. And the visual style of this movie, it kind of feels like a Wes Anderson type movie.
Oh, okay.
There's a lot of visuals where I'm like, they definitely are inspired, but kind of ripping off Wes Anderson a little bit. But it makes sense. This guy's a music video director. He's known, I guess, for visuals.
Yeah.
But, will I see it? Maybe. I don't feel like it's a full pass, but it's not a full I'm seeing it.
Yeah.
It's kind of just like if I get around to it, I'll get around to it.
Gotcha.
Yeah. All right, Devin, we have our next trailer on our list, The Monkey, a horror comedy starring Theo James, based on the short story by Stephen King, produced by James Wan, directed by Osgood Perkins, who directed one of my favorite films of the year, Longlegs. Releasing February 21st, 2025. Devin, what'd you think of the trailer?
With everything you listed, it looks like it's just set up for success. I thought it was a good trailer. It shows like a demon monkey just terrorizing a town or certain individuals. Looks pretty good off what this trailer shows. Doesn't show too much, but just shows it in the right way what's needed to be shown to get interested.
Yeah.
Looks like there's gonna be lots of blood too,
Yeah.
spilled all over the place in this one. Looks brutal.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it with this one, I think.
Yeah, usually January, February are like the dumping grounds for horror movies, you
Yeah.
know? But I have faith in this one.
Mm-hmm.
I love Oscar Perkins.
Yep.
And before he started directing, he did more of like these like off the beaten path, like comedic roles.
Oh, okay.
And so he's definitely going to bring that aspect into this movie,
Mm-hmm.
or at least that's what I can tell from the trailer.
Yeah.
This movie looks like a bloody good time. I am seeing the monkey.
I don't know if I said, but I'm seeing this too. I thought also that one shot in the trailer where he's like, I think he's asked if he's fine, and he pulls out like a thumb out of his mouth with covered in blood.
Yeah.
looks disgusting and great at the same time. Definitely looking forward to this one. February 21st.
Yep. And then our last trailer of the week, Carry On, releasing December 13th. It's a Netflix original, so you'll be able to watch it straight from home, starring Taron Egerton, Sophia Carson, and Jason Bateman. Devin, what do you think of the new trailer for Carry On?
I like this one. I enjoy like airplane kind of movies or set pieces a lot, like around airports and stuff.
Okay.
I thought nice little premise, very interesting. Like from the trailer, like Jason Bateman's just telling Taron Egerton, "Don't do anything and you'll be fine. Just let off like probably bombs onto planes." It sounds like, or something like that.
Yeah.
Looks like a good little thriller.
It looks, yeah. So it looks like it's going to be set in just a couple locations,
Yeah.
which I respect those types of movies. You know, let's save the budget for something else, right? Let's just make a movie in one location.
Yeah.
And it looks thrilling, you know? They set up a situation where, you know, hey, just act calm and let this pass. Nothing will happen.
Yeah.
But if you don't,
Will hurt your family or someone like that. It looks like.
yeah, classic drama, classic thriller. Looks fun.
I'm sucker for these thriller action movies. Love them. I'm
Yeah.
looking forward to it in December.
Yeah, so I'm seeing it.
Yep. So.
Okay, opening this weekend. Here we go. You ready?
Yes.
Eddie and Venom are on the run, hunted by both of their worlds, and with the net closing in, the duo is forced into a devastating decision that will bring curtains down on Venom and Eddie's last dance. I read that slightly wrong, but I'm talking about Venom: The Last Dance.
You made this sound like Sorry, go on.
It made it sound like it was Dirty Dancing, probably, huh? But are you seeing Venom: The Last Dance?
Of course I'm seeing it. This is my most anticipated movie of the year. It made it sound like a drama just now.
I know.
But it's a great action sci-fi. The trailers, yeah,
And this little part that I read, that was what Sony posted.
yeah.
So I don't know.
It sounds like it's gonna be emotional. First reactions just came out before we started shooting.
Yeah.
People are calling it the best of the franchise. They're saying it's not perfect, but as long as it's funny, it looks like it's going to deliver on action a lot, especially in those trailers where you see all the scenes in Vegas. Those look like they're going to be so much fun.
Yeah.
The globetrottiness I've talked about before. And then please, for the love of God, let there be some payoff or connection to like Spider-Man or some other...
Or let there be carnage.
No, he's dead.
Oh. I didn't see the second one. You just spoiled it for me and everyone.
3 years old.
Oh.
Let there be some payoff with Spider-Man or something. Let something big happen by the end of this movie. I'm sure there will be, but some payoff connection to the Sony Spider-Man universe, or let something good happen, Sony. Please.
You're not getting it.
Please.
Sony's saying, fuck you, Devin.
Kelly Marshall, the director and co-writer of this movie, said, Noel, the antagonist of this movie, his story is way too big for one movie. This is just the beginning. So that's got to connect either to fucking Tom Holland, Spider-Man 4.
Avengers.
I don't know. There's rumors that Tom Holland Spider-Man 4 movie might be a Venom movie. So maybe that. But if you watch the end of No Way Home, it's like, is that even needed with how that happened with the post-credit scene there?
Yeah. Interesting.
Just give me something. Just give me a great time and some connection to Spider-Man or something with Spider-Man's biggest villain.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it this weekend.
Great. Yeah, I'll probably see it too. I didn't see the first two, but the trailer looked cool.
You'll have fun.
Looked fun. I don't really have much to say on it. It's just, yeah, I'll be there too.
You will have fun with this, okay?
Cardinal Lawrence is tasked with running the covert process after the unexpected death of the beloved Pope. Once the Catholic Church, once the most why can't I say that? Once the most Catholic Church's most powerful leaders have gathered from around the world and are locked together in the Vatican halls, Lawrence uncovers a trail of deep secrets left in the dead poet's wake. Secrets that could shake the foundation of the church.
Sorry.
Conclave. Are you seeing Conclave, or are you just going to laugh at me because I can't read?
Sorry. No, the trailers look great. I remember when I first even heard or saw about it, it was in a preview for another movie. Mm-hmm. And I was like, this looks great. Like, what is this?
Yeah.
A religious political thriller? Like, this is kind of sounds a little unique that I've never seen anything like it, quite like it. I'm like, wow, like, we just watched the trailer again because I want to get refreshed on it.
Yeah.
Looks like a great time. Looks very suspenseful and thrilling. I'm looking forward to this one. I'll be seeing this one as well this weekend.
Yeah, I had a chance to see this, like, a couple months back. They were passing out, like, screenings to go see this movie.
Yeah.
And I was like, Conclave? I don't know what that is. And then I quickly realized that it's a Ralph Fiennes starring movie and probably the front runner at the Academy Awards.
Yeah.
And after hearing that, I'm like, oh, I wish I saw that movie, and I didn't say no to the screening.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's also got Stanley Tucci and John Lithgow in it, and I love John Lithgow. He's a great actor as well.
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah.
This could be the film of the year. That's what everyone's saying.
Yeah.
So the trailer looks great, which is, I think it's kind of funny that it's rated PG.
Yeah, that surprised me.
Right?
I thought this would have been like at least the PG-13 or R probably, right?
That's what it seems like, but I guess, all the 8-year-olds can go see it.
They're religious. They don't curse. They gotta.
Yeah, but it seems like there's other stuff going on. Some dark secrets that 8-year-olds can watch, though.
Yes, of course.
So it's not too dark.
Dark in a certain way, I guess.
Maybe dark because the lights are off.
Possibly.
Anyways.
They didn't pay the electric bill.
So Conclave, I'm gonna see this.
Yes.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So I have 2 movies to see this weekend. It's gonna be a busy week
for both of us.
For both of us, because you have the Dodgers.
Dodgers are in the World Series. I'm gonna have to find time to watch Venom and Conclave. I'll figure it out, but I'll do it.
Yep. With that said, Devin, we are closing out the show.
Yes.
Keep an eye out for our out of the theater reactions. Don't know when we're posting them because we don't know when we are seeing these movies because I don't think we have our tickets yet. Right?
Neither of us have our tickets yet.
Yeah, but we're gonna make sure we get that to you. And yes, until next time. Thanks for watching.
Bye.